Welcome back. Well, you are an important part of the family, and you can join us live at EWTN. All you have to do is contact the Pilgrimage Department or by emailing pilgrimages@ewtn.com or call 205-271-2966. You could be at home with us. You could also meet our guests. So if you were here today, you could have met David. That would have been pretty great. Right. So think about coming on down, up, over, wherever you are in this good old grand place where you don't even have to be in the United States. You could be from out of the country. We would love to have you here at Irondale, Alabama, EWTN. Well, right now we're going to go straight to Rome because we want to hear what Joan has for us today. Joan?
Well, hello to all of you at home from a fairly cold Rome. In fact, this weekend was marked by two things. First of all, the coldest weather and the worst wind that we've even had this winter season. But second of all, some very nice events at the Vatican. Now, Sunday marked the World Day of Migrants and Refugees, and thousands of them, of different nationalities, processed through the Holy Door and went to a special Mass for them in St. Peter's Basilica. Later, they came out to the square, of course, for the Holy Father's noon Angelus, and they heard the Pope say to them, "Each of you carries a story, a culture, precious values, but unfortunately also experiences of poverty, oppression, and fear." He said, your presence in this square is a sign of hope from God. But he did urge them not to let the negative events in their life take them away from having hope or enjoying the joys of life. And by the way, at the Angelus, the Pope also prayed for the victims of terrorism in Burkina Faso and in Indonesia. And interestingly enough, he thanked the inmates of a detention center in Milan who had made the communion hosts for the Mass in St. Peter's Square on Sunday. Now, before the Marian prayer, the Pope reflected on Jesus' first miracle, and that is to say, changing the water into wine at the wedding feast of Cana. The Pope said, in that miracle, Jesus imparts an act of kindness towards the groom, a divine blessing upon marriage. Love between a man and a woman is a good way in which to live the gospel and with which to undertake with joy the path towards holiness. And he said, but this miracle is not just for a bride and groom, it's for all of us who are supposed to go out and meet Christ. And by the way, the Pope ended his Sunday with a visit to the Jewish community. This is the third Pope. He follows in the footsteps of St. John Paul II, who was the first Pope ever, 30 years ago, to visit a synagogue. Well, that's the news from the weekend, and